So we are back again with another video, another match preview, another predicted lineup for another Arsenal game, and this time we are up against Everton in the league. This promises to be quite an interesting game as Arsenal do need to pick up some points now and finally start winning some games, but however Everton are a team that have been doing very well this season. They had a bit of a dip after their good start, but again they're doing well in 5th position right now, 13 games played, 23 points, and if you look at match day 13, what their result was, they did beat Everton. They beat Leicester 2-0. The scorers in that game were Mason Holgate and Richarlison. So they had a good result then, and they had a good result before that as well. They beat Chelsea 1-0. So they're going into this game with a lot of confidence, and I won't be surprised if they beat us. And I'm probably gonna predict that they will probably beat us because I just don't see. Where is Arsenal's next win coming from? I just don't see it at the moment. We're playing Everton. I don't see a win, really. I'll be honest with you. But, you know, you look at our next one. That one's against Chelsea. Again, do I see us winning Chelsea? I don't think so. And then we have a game against Brighton at the end of the year. We always struggle against Brighton for some reason, so that's going to also be a very difficult game for us to win. But overall, I am quite worried that we are going to, you know, end up slipping lower and lower, and probably by Boxing Day we will probably be at the end of Boxing Day probably 16th in the league. At least by the end of the year we'll probably be 16th if we lose to Brighton. But Mikel Arteta is going to be under a lot of pressure. That game against Southampton, there wasn't much to talk about, but in my match reaction I did talk about the fact that, you know, it was a point. Aubameyang did score, so hopefully he carries that into this game. Otherwise there is no point, because the main point of him scoring in that Southampton game is that he carries it into the next games, so he can keep scoring and get his confidence back up, which is the most important thing, because we need Aubameyang scoring, and we need it now more than ever, because Arteta's job could be on the line. And the board, you know, came out a few days ago and said they were backing him 110%, so even if we lose against Everton, Chelsea, Brighton, I just don't see him getting sacked, and I think he will get the January window. And whether the fans will allow it, I'm not sure. I wouldn't give him the January window, but some people do want to give him the January window. But yeah, we are going to go into the match facts for this game before we go into the predicted lineup. So Dominic Calvert-Lewin is Everton's top scorer with 11 goals. Alex Lacazette has scored 3 times for Arsenal. Lucas Digne has assisted the most goals for Everton with 4. Willian is Arsenal's biggest assister with 3. Allen has more yellow cards than any other player at Everton. Hector Bellerin has collected 4 yellow cards for Arsenal. Hector Bellerin is also back for this game, by the way. A year ago, Everton was number 16 in the table with 14 points. Now they are number 5 with 23 points. This time a year ago, Arsenal were 8th in the table with 18 points. Now they are 15th with 14 points. So not very good at all. But the point gap isn't actually that high. It's only 4 more points. So I don't know. The most common result of matches between Everton and Arsenal, and when Everton is playing at home, is 1-1. 5 matches have ended with this result. Everton wins first half in 37% of their matches. Arsenal in 37% of their matches as well. Everton win 37% of half times, Arsenal win 37% as well. Everton's performance in the last 5 games is better than Arsenal. In the Premier League, Everton aren't playing much better than Arsenal. These match stats are pretty bad, aren't they? In the last 5 meetings, Everton have won 1 and Arsenal have won 3 and 1 draw. The winner of the last meeting was Arsenal, and we won by 1 goal, which I think was a 3-2 win. Everton scores 1.75 goals when playing at home, and Arsenal scores 1.27 goals when playing away on average. Average number of goals in meetings between Everton and Arsenal is 2.8. When Everton leads 1-0 at home, they win in 75% of matches. When Arsenal lead 1-0 away, they win in 73% of their matches. When Everton is down 1-0 at home, they win 16% of their matches. And when Arsenal is down 1-0 away, they win 25% of their matches. Average number of goals in the first half meetings between Everton and Arsenal is 1.8. Everton have conceded a goal in each of the last 12 matches. Arsenal conceded a goal in each of the last 6 matches. Arsenal have a losing streak of 3 matches in the Premier League, but obviously we won against Southampton. During the last 28 meetings with Everton playing at home, Everton have won 7 times. There have been 8 draws, while Arsenal have won 13 times. The goal difference is 44-27 in favour of Arsenal. Last season's matches was 0-0 Everton at home and 3-2 Arsenal at home. The 0-0 draw was when Arteta and Carlo Ancelotti actually got appointed, so that's an interesting fact. During the last 58 meetings, Everton have won 8 times. There have been 13 draws, while Arsenal have won 37 times. The goal difference is 119-52 in favour of Arsenal. Everton scores 20 29% of their goals between them 31 to 45 minutes. Arsenal scores 30% of their goals between 16 to 30 minutes. So that is it for the match facts. They weren't the best match facts, I'll be honest, but One Football normally does better with the match facts, but hopefully yeah, in future there are better ones. But yeah, that is the match facts, and again, as I said, it's going to be a very difficult game. Carlo Ancelotti will hope to win this game. In the last meeting, Arsenal did win at home, which was 3-2. I'm pretty sure that was the game after we lost to Olympiacos, if I'm not too wrong. But yeah, let's get straight in to the predicted lineup. First of all, starting off in goal, I will go with Bernd Leno. Again, pretty obvious, he is our number one goalkeeper. Runarsson, I don't think he's going to get any more games until at least the FA Cup. He might get a game in the Man City midweek game in the Carabao Cup, but we'll have to see when we get to that. But yeah, Bernd Leno in goal. I'm going to go with a 4-3-3. Starting off in the right back row, I will go with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. I thought we looked quite secure on the right hand side against Southampton with Bellerin not playing. Hopefully that's opened Mikel Arteta's eyes, so he does put Ainsley in there, you know, for the continuous future, or even Cedric. But yeah, I don't think he likes Cedric that much. Probably another backhanded deal or something that Raul did. But who knows? Who knows? We'll probably know soon, but I don't know. But knowing Arteta, he'll probably put Bellerin back in the side. Left back, Kieran Tierney, pretty obvious again. He has played quite a lot of games recently, but he is a player that he has good stamina, good fitness, and I think he will continue playing games. But who else do we have? Kolasinac you're not going to put in, so it's obviously going to be Kieran Tierney. Moving into the centre backs, first of all, on the right hand side of the centre back, I will go with David Luiz. He did actually come on. You know, obviously when Gabriel got sent off, he did come on, and I think he did very well. David Luiz, he's back from injury, and I want to see him start this game, put in a bit of experience as well. And next to him, I'll go with Pablo Mari. Pablo Mari, left-sided centre-back, and with Gabriel suspended now for one game. I think this is a perfect chance for Pablo Mari to come into the side and show himself, you know, in the Premier League. And I actually do think he will start. I think Arteta will put him into the side, and he will be given a chance to show himself, because I want to see him play next to Gabriel. If obviously Saliba's not going to play, but I think Luiz and Mari next to each other, that could be a solid back line for this game at least. And yeah, that's going to be my back four. Moving into the three midfield, first of all, on the left-hand side, Bukayo Saka. And Bukayo Saka was very, very good against Southampton. That's where the goal came from, basically. He was running down that left-hand side, he cut inside, and then he gave it off to Nketiah, who then put through Aubameyang. So I think Saka, very influential player for us. Everything positive that we do does come down his side, and we need him to keep playing games, staying fit, and Saka just doing what Saka does. On the right-hand side, I will go with Mohamed Elneny. Elneny, again, a player, again, he didn't have an amazing performance against Southampton, but you can expect that from Elneny. He's that kind of player. He's not going to put in 10 out of 10 performances. He's a player that will do the dirty work, do the hard graft, but then, you know, he kind of got run over by Ward-Prowse, didn't he? But hopefully in this game he can be much better. He is normally much better with someone like Partey next to him, but with him not there, he will kind of have to do a Partey sort of job. And then one next to him, I'll go with Dani Ceballos. We need to have creativity through him alongside Saka. I think these two need to work together. I want to see Ceballos more high up the pitch in that sort of number 10 role where he can put through passes, where Ozil would normally put through passes, that kind of position. And I want to see Dani Ceballos do that. I thought he played quite well against Southampton. A lot of people criticising him. I thought he did really well. I didn't really no faults for him in that game. I thought he did really well, other than the yellow card, and understandably he got put off as well, because Arteta didn't want to risk him getting sent off as well. So yeah, that is my three. My up front three, I'll go with the same one I predicted for the last game. First of all, on the right hand side, Nicola Pepe. Nicola Pepe, again, he's a player that didn't impress as much against Southampton, but I want to see him play instead of Willian, and I think that's something we have to keep going with. Pepe, give him games. Willian, he's our top assister, as you saw in the match start, but again, assists don't always tell the true story, because it could just be a header in. You know, you think about, I'll give you a perfect example, you know, remember Martinelli's goal against Chelsea? Well, who got the assist for that one? It was Mustafi, and he just headed it away. Accidental assist, basically. So I don't think assists tell the whole story, and yeah, I will go with Pepe. On the left hand side, Gabriel Martinelli, he is fully fit now. We do have an under 23 game on Friday, so it will be very interesting to see whether he starts in that game. We'll be doing a reaction to that as well, to see if Martinelli plays. But if he doesn't, or if he only plays a few minutes, it only plays like 30-40 minutes in that one, then possibly he has a chance to feature in the Saturday game as well. So we'll have to see if Martinelli plays. He is back in full training, but I want to see him in the side now. He is a quality player. Starting up front, as the main striker, Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang, he has to keep playing games now. He has got the goal, and hopefully he can carry that into this Everton game. He has scored, you know, his first ever goal was against Everton. He scores a lot of goals against Everton, you know, against Everton, you know, when you play him in behind, he always does well for some reason. It's just how he always gets his goals against Everton, and I want to see him play in this game. hopefully he can grab 1 or 2 more for us to win this game. Again, he has to have the support, but with Saka, Pepe, hopefully Martinelli as well, he will get that service. So yeah, that is it for my predicted lineup for this game against Everton. As I said, it's going to be very difficult with Everton coming to us with good form. Arteta will take positives from the Southampton game. I just still don't think it's good enough at the moment, but hopefully we do improve. Hopefully we can pick up our first win since the start of November, which was against Manchester United, our last league win, and start moving up the table, because, you know, we're nearly halfway through the season, and we're 15th, and it's December. You know, we're going into January, so it's not good at the moment, and we do have to start picking up results and points, and hopefully we can do this against Everton. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your predictions and thoughts down below. Do you agree or disagree with my starting 11? See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.